In this video, I want to show you a little bit more about this last section in the text, and that's about word parts. So if you go ahead and go to that section where you're keeping your word parts, the first page that you put in there should be a page that talks about prefixes. And I want to go ahead and give you the definition of a prefix so that these pages will be ready to go when we are ready to use them. So let's write the definition of a prefix. The syllable pre, P-R-E, means before. And fix is a root that we'll talk about in just a minute. But fix means to connect. So a prefix, here's the definition I want you to add to this page. And you can pause this video. I'm trying not to go too fast, but feel free to pause it if you need to. A prefix is a word part. It's usually one syllable, but it can be more than one. So we'll just say a word part that is added before a root. The key here is that prefixes are added before the root. This is another important thing. A prefix does not change the spelling of the root. This has been a rule that has helped me throughout my life with spelling. The prefixes will not change the spelling of the root. So in the word prefix, the prefix is pre, which means before. The root is fix, and I would encourage you to highlight just like I'm doing. There is something powerful about using color. So fix is the root, that's the meaning, and then pre is the prefix. It's hooked to the beginning of that root to make, it adds to the meaning of the root. It will not change the spelling of the meaning. So on this page, we are going to be adding lots of prefixes as we come to them in our lessons. We'll just add them here, and then you'll have a nice list of prefixes that will help you throughout your educational career. If you are going on to college or to technical school, if you want to be a CNA or anything in the medical field, this list is going to be invaluable to you. I'm trying to think ahead to things that you might encounter in further education. You can also help your high school kids with science if you know these. Okay, the next page is for roots. So you just write the word root. And here is the definition of root. It is a word part with a specific meaning. And I'm not going to go any further than that right now. As we get into the lessons, you will see what I mean here. So let's just say that a root is a word part with a specific meaning, and that meaning doesn't change. So if you know, for example, let me just go ahead and give you an example here. That's important. So an example is the word or the word part photo. Photo can mean light, or it can also mean picture. So anytime I see that root photo, I know that it has something to do with either light or a photograph, a picture. The word photograph literally is a picture made using light. So that word or that root photo has a specific meaning that will not change. Here's another one. Let's get a science one. Cardio, or let's just say cardi. I know that anytime I see that, it refers to the heart. So words like cardiologist, cardiology, cardiogram, cardiac, even cardio exercise, all refers to the heart. So if I know the meaning of the root, I know the meaning of the word that may be 4 or 5 syllables. So the root is the word part that carries the meaning. And those would be examples, plural. Okay, the last one that we need to note is the suffix. A suffix is a word part added. Remember, anytime I'm fixing something, I'm adding it, connecting it to the end of a root. And this is important. A suffix may change the spelling of the root. So let me show you a couple of examples here. So let's make a space for examples. And I'm going to use the root baby. Okay, baby. That's a small animal. It could be a kitten or a puppy. It could be a human baby. But it's just a new human, a new kitten, a new puppy, whatever the species happens to be. This is singular, one baby. My cat had 3 kittens. She had 3 babies. So in order to make that plural, I'm going to change the Y to I and add ES. So you can see very clearly here that this suffix that I added to the end of the word changed the spelling of the word. That will not always happen. It depends on the spelling of the root as to how the spelling of the suffix works. So we'll talk about that as we go further into this. The thing that you need to know is that a suffix is added to the end of a root. We talked about root. A prefix is added to the beginning, before the root. So that will get us started. When the time comes, we'll be ready to add to these lists. We will have a lot of these by the time we finish with this course. You will get lots of them in this course. So I may have to add more pages, but I think right now if you just have a page for prefix, a page for root, and a page for suffix, you will be just fine. And again, these go in that word parts section. It's really important to keep your notebook organized, and that will help you when you need to study for a test. Okay, I will see you soon for another video. Have a great day.